Hey, welcome to Reviews on the Run.
So in honor of the big news this week of Insomniac going multi-platform, we've decided to revisit some great moments in video game history.
How about this one for you? The day when Sega decided they're going to stop making consoles after the Dreamcast and go software only.
Shock. Hey, welcome back to the show. You know, one of the great gaming franchises of all time?
Yeah.
Pac-Man. Another one, Space Invaders. Another one,
Metal Gear Solid.
Frogger.
Oh, okay.
Frogger returns on the DSi.
Here's Ben and Jose.
Jose, he's been hit by cars, he's been eaten by alligators, he's even been drowned, even though he's an amphibian. Riddle me that. He's Frogger, he's back, he's like the Terminator, you try to kill him, he's gonna keep coming.
You can't kill Frogger.
And in fact, he's returning once again. This is Frogger Returns on the Nintendo DSi. Now
Yes, it
this
is.
game came out on the Wii. It's pretty much the same game ported over to the smaller handheld.
It's pretty much the same game Frogger's ever been.
I played Frogger, we've all played Frogger, and they just haven't done much to advance this series. And we've seen other classic coin-op games get a little more love. I mean, Pac-Man had the Championship Edition, which is pretty cool. And this game, Frogger Returns, has kind of a different perspective. Instead of just that top-down look, it's got like a kind of, the camera's sort of three-quarters.
Yeah, and the levels are a lot longer than the original Frogger levels. I mean, some of them get pretty long. You're like dodging trains and like, do I ride on the train or is that like a log or, nope, dead. Damn. And there's like power-ups you can get throughout the level, like a shield, or you can stop traffic, which is, you know, pretty awesome. I'm like, stop. And they have it to where you can use the control pad or the touchscreen, even though I don't know why you would want to use the touchscreen for a game
I have
like
a big
Frogger.
issue with that. So you can use the D-pad or the face buttons to
giant
control
D-pad.
them. Right. What I don't understand is why they turned the entire bottom screen into another control option, because Frogger is like a vertical game, right? But you only do it on the top screen. I thought that was a huge missed opportunity.
Yeah,
you've got a DS, you've got two screens. Why is the entire bottom screen just four arrows
Another
when I've
thing I
got
never
two
thought
other
about.
directions? I just think it's like, I don't know why you'd want to really bother with this game. There's so many millions of versions of Frogger out there. This one costs 500 points.
500 points, okay?
$5.
2 zeros.
That's a lot of money for a game that's probably going to
points.
entertain you for an hour, you think?
Oh, if that.
Jose, what are you going to give this wet, and warts and all?
Frogger Returns DSi definitely got me wet enough for a 2.5 out of 10.
Oh, God. It was covered in warts, 2 out of 10. Ribbit.
Frogger.
Okay, that's enough about
Yeah.
Frogger. Let's
Yeah.
move on. What's next? What else you got for me?
How about Video Games Live?
What's that?
It came to town recently. It's a big concert
that a
tour
rec-
series
is that-
that our good friend Tommy Tallarico put together.
Okay.
Remember Tommy?
Who?
Yeah. Well, we caught up with him, and of course, we put him to work.
Okay, you guys ready for Act 2?
Hey, hold on a second here.
What's
what are
that?
you doing? Hold on. Wait a second.
Who's this?
Wait a second.
That's Victor Lucas from Electric Playground and Reviews on the Run.
You can't come to Vancouver and we're not shooting. What the hell are you thinking, man?
You know,
We've been missing you.
I missed the show. I shot the show here in Vancouver for 13 years.
Yes.
And the last 3 years, we'll be touring Video Games Live for 5 years, but the last couple years, we've been doing 50, 60 shows a year, so
Yeah.
unfortunately I haven't had time.
I hear from people all the time that miss you, and I figure if you're going to be in Vancouver, we are shooting reviews.
Do you guys mind if we do a review
Let's
right now?
let's do it. Let's do it. We're always working.
What's the game we got?
It's awesome. It's called Record of Agorist War,
What?
and it's for the PlayStation 3.
What is this garbage?
And it's a downloadable game.
Okay, for the PS3.
PlayStation 3. This is brand new. Just came out a few weeks ago. or a
Now,
couple
who
weeks ago.
came up with the name Record of Agorist?
Well,
I want to be in
Agorist-
that board meeting. Yeah, this is a good name. What is
Agorist
that
is
kind
the
of crap?
fiction. It's the world. It's where all of the action takes place.
It's got a lot of scantily clad women is what it has.
Well, the idea here is that it's a strategy game, turn-based strategy game with hot chicks, and you get to pick them up. Wait, I said hot chicks.
Oh, hot
All
shit,
right,
okay.
that's the
We
marketing.
can't show this. This is a
I know.
family show.
This is what they're doing here.
The
So
marketing. I'll tell you something about the marketing of this game.
Okay.
Okay, I saw a poster for this game.
Yeah.
Right? Do we have the poster? We got to show the poster of this game.
Well, look, they got all this flashy visuals and stuff.
Yeah,
it
the
looks like
cinematics
cool.
are like 7 hours long. I actually
Anime. Yeah, it's
I
a
thought it
huge
was
game.
a button masher because what is this?
Yeah, see?
What is this? I thought it was a button masher because I was trying to get by
Oh,
the
I
4
know.
hours of cinematics.
I know. They actually have a skip button. You
Yeah,
just press the square
thank-
and it skips all of that crap.
I wonder why they put that in.
But the deal is it's all turn-based, so when you actually get into the gameplay, it's like a trip back to the mid-90s.
Yeah,
It's
thanks
amazing.
for updating. This is the PS3,
Look at that.
the same thing that brought us God of War 3
Sprites.
and Uncharted 2. This is $45, this pile.
This is $45.
Unbelievable.
Someone is not paying attention.
And I was playing this thing, I mean, there's no innovation whatsoever.
No,
I mean,
it's not as
completely-
good as Final Fantasy Tactics, which came
No.
out more than a decade.
10 years ago.
You are hardcore if you have money to burn like
Now,
this.
there is 100 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, it is.
Imagine
it's-
playing this for 100 hours.
And what you do is you hook up
My
with...
eyes are bleeding just thinking about it. What are you going to give this pile?
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10.
A 3? That's generous.
Well, I like strategy stuff.
I'm giving it a 2.5, though. I don't
I think
it
that's
deserves a 3.
generous for Tommy. What do you think?
Well, thank you so much. Victor Lucas
Good to see you, buddy.
from AP, Reviews on the Run.
Hey, and thanks for watching, and thanks for being on the show. You guys are going to be in the show.
You're on the show. There you go.
Cheers. Thank you. As a lot of iPhone action games are proving these days, shoot 'em ups are essential in your library, particularly on a portable platform like the PSP or PSP Go. I've been finding R-Types to be a pretty good little game to carry around with me. It's a scrolling shoot 'em up, so you're dealing with all kinds of spaceships and enemies and little robot walker dudes and kind of bulbous-looking, nefarious space-shooting bad guys that come flying in and blasting at you with all kinds of weaponry. You're going to see lots of bullet hell as you're trying to avoid everything. You get all kinds of cool power-ups that give you little extra floating satellite spaceships that slide along beside you, and they have all kinds of interesting firepower as well. It's hard, but you can add a whole bunch of coins, virtual coins, as you're loading up into the game, so you can give yourself lots of continues, which you're going to want to do because you're going to get killed a lot. It still actually holds up quite well, though. It's all pixel-based art. It's not polygons, but they do have some CG-rendered sort of cutscenes and things like that in there with polygons, which look really dated now. But it's still kind of cool that it's in there. And I also like the little sort of history and data kind of info screens that they have in the game, where they give you all of the close-ups on all the enemy types, which really are just circles and squares with little orange dots and things like that attached to them. But it's fast, it's charming, and it's incredibly challenging, so you do feel like a rock star when you do well against it. I definitely recommend R-Types. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.